Hey, what is going on, guys? It is your boy DudeInAlaska here, coming to you with the top 30 facts about what it's like living in Alaska. The one thing every Alaskan knows is that there are a ridiculous amount of misconceptions about what it's like living here in the 49th state, so we are going to tackle some of those right now. Fact number 1. No, we do not live in igloos. This seems like something that should be plain knowledge to somebody down in the lower 48, but apparently it's not. There are people that really think that we do live in igloos. Honestly, whenever I encounter someone that asks if we actually live in igloos, I want to tell them that yes, we do live in igloos, and in the summer, we live in puddles. Fact number 2. Most of us have never seen a polar bear outside of the zoo. Apparently there's this idea down in the lower 48 that we ride polar bears to school or something. In reality, polar bears are really only seen way up north where very few people actually live. Now, that's not to say there aren't interactions between humans and polar bears, because polar bears are a threat inside the villages up north. Actually, if I'm being truthful, we have polar bear parking out in front of Walmart. Fact number 3. Yes, moose are real, and no, you cannot ride or pet them. Apparently there's a strange conspiracy theory that says moose aren't real. I guess they were made up by the same people that say the earth is flat. In all seriousness, moose are actually extremely dangerous and territorial. Moose are known to attack and stomp those who get too close, especially a mom moose who has a baby nearby. So if you are visiting Alaska or planning on moving to Alaska, just know that under no circumstances should you ever approach a moose. Unless you decide to ride your moose to school instead of your polar bear. Fact 4. We do not watch Alaskan reality television. We live it. Less the drama that they always put in those stupid shows. No one is sitting around the water cooler saying, "Hey, did you catch Alaska bush people last night?" Which brings me to fact 5. Alaska reality television is the most fake junk on TV, and real Alaskans laugh at it. Except Deadliest Catch. That's as real as it gets. Fact number 6. Yes, we do get paid to live here. So the amount we get paid changes every year. The calculation to figure out that amount is a little bit complicated to explain right here, but if you want to look it up, it's the Permanent Fund Dividend. Fact number 7. Every Alaskan knows that pictures, videos, paintings, any other representation than real-life witnessing of the Northern Lights does them absolutely no justice. Until you see them, you're going to have to take my word for this, but trust me, there is nothing like seeing the lights dance across the sky in front of your eyes. Simply put, it takes the wonders of Alaska and makes them magical. Fact number 8. Most of Alaska, contrary to popular belief, isn't in darkness through the entire winter. So this idea stems from areas north of the Arctic Circle, which are in actual blackout for 2 months out of the year. However, areas south of there have varying daylight throughout the winter. So here in Wasilla in south central Alaska, we'll have about 4 hours of daylight on December 21st, the shortest day of the year. This is comparative to maybe a few minutes of daylight in a place just south of the Arctic Circle. However, it is worth noting that when the sun does come up here in the wintertime in Alaska, it comes up just barely above the horizon, skirts the horizon, and then drops right back down. So the sun never actually rises in the sky. Fact number 9. The midnight sun is the best thing about summer. Here in Wasilla, on June 21st, the longest day of the year, the sun will set at about 11:46 p.m. And it never actually gets dark. It stays kind of twilight for a little while before the sun comes up at 4:14 a.m. If you've never been out at 2 a.m. while it's still light out, I've got to say, it's pretty epic. It's really not for everyone, I know, but for the late night adventurers, it is an absolute dream come true. Fact number 10. Dragonflies in Alaska are bigger than birds. No one knows this more than those who ride motorcycles in Alaska. A 6 to 12 inch dragonfly at 50 to 70 miles an hour turns into a missile. I don't know what kind of kinetic energy that thing has at that speed, but it feels like you are being nailed with a rock. Fact number 11. Alaska has 2 official seasons, winter and road construction. Since the summer is so short, there's not enough time to fit all the projects that have to be done. But that doesn't stop them from trying. Cue endless cones, sign holders, and waiting lines. Fact number 12. Due to the consistently ice-packed roads in the wintertime, Alaskans are allowed to use studded tires on their cars. However, they are only legal from September 15th to April 30th of each year. Come May 1st, the cops are out and looking to see who gets a ticket. Fact number 13. The majority of Alaskans can't see Russia from their house. There are a select few on Little Diomede that can in fact see Russia from their house. Fact number 14. People who live in Wasilla hate telling people in the lower 48 which city they live in. You know exactly what's going through their head, and it's like you can see a light bulb going off. You know exactly what they're going to ask next. Fact number 15. Once the school year ends, Alaskans brace themselves for tourist season. Ah yes, the time when carfuls, vanfuls, RVfuls, busfuls, trainfuls, and boatfuls of tourists flock to Alaska. You can always tell when the tourists have arrived because that's when the non-courteous drivers hit the roadway. Alaskans care about other Alaskans and not wasting their time. Tourists, they don't care. Which brings me to fact 16. There is nothing more frustrating than being stuck behind a line of rental RVs on the Kenai Peninsula. Every time, without fail, there is always that one RV holding up the entire line of like 20 vehicles. Even though we have laws saying 5 vehicles or more, you have to pull over. And that road, it has convenient little pullouts for you to pull over. But do the tourists see them? No. Fact number 17. You know the first and last time you used the word snowmobile in Alaska. For all you lower 48ers, the correct term up here is snow machine. That may sound funny to you, but if you plan on coming up here to visit or move, you better learn it quick. Because nothing will get you laughed out of Alaska faster than calling a snow machine a snowmobile. Fact number 18. The XTRATUF boot is unofficially the official footwear of Alaska. It is both a practical and fashionable element to the Alaska wardrobe. And the number one question in mind when an Alaskan goes to buy XTRATUFs is it US made or China? Fact number 19. You plan your vacation days to coincide with the running of the Reds, Kings, and Silvers. Fact number 20. Alaskans loathe our ever-degrading road system. Most of us have been tossed around by the deep ruts on the Glen. Fact number 21. Fighter jets screaming overhead at all hours of the night are a normal occurrence. You get used to it. Fact number 22. Springtime in Alaska is not a fragrance you'd ever buy if you've ever actually smelt it. I'm looking at you, Febreze. Fact number 23. An Alaskan knows the difference between a black bear, a brown bear, a grizzly bear, a Kodiak bear, and the difference between a buffalo and a bison. Fact number 24. You can hardly go more than a minute on any road in Alaska without seeing a custom license plate. Guessing the meaning of the shortened words is like our own Alaskan game of Jeopardy. Fact number 25. Every winter, you question your desire and reasoning for staying in Alaska. You tell yourself over and over again that summer is coming and it's gonna be worth it. Fact number 26. Seeing a moose on the side of the road is a given, but seeing them inside the supermarket isn't out of the question either. What are you doing here? Oh, just moosing around. Fact number 27. Since it's light out 20 hours a day in the summer, New Year's Eve is actually our 4th of July celebration. You can literally see and hear mortars going off multiple times a second for 3 to 4 hours without reprieve. Safe to say, Alaskans take their fireworks pretty seriously. Fact number 28. After becoming established in Alaska, crossing the Canadian border is a lot like crossing the California border. However, the same can't be said about the first time that you cross it, especially while moving up here. Fact number 29. We like to let Texas exercise their ego and their little man syndrome, but Alaska is actually the state with the highest probability of successfully seceding from the Union. And finally, fact number 30. Texas likes to boast about how big their state is, but they forget that Alaska is nearly 2.5 times as large as they are. If we took Texas, California, Montana, Florida, Maryland, Connecticut, and Washington, D.C. and stuffed them all in Alaska, we'd still have room to spare. Bonus fact number 1. You have to live here for an entire year before you're considered a resident and eligible to buy a resident fishing license, resident hunting license, and apply for the permanent fund dividend, aka getting paid to live here. Bonus fact number 2. Alaska has so many planes flying over at any given moment, it's weird when there isn't one. And we'll wrap it up with this bonus fact number 3. Going to the lower 48 and seeing the normal price of groceries blows your mind. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys got a kick out of this list. If you think I missed anything, make sure you put it down in the comment section. I want to see what facts you guys can come up with about living in Alaska. Alright guys, if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.